How easy is it for you to get 3 outfits out of one? Right now I've got the process going already. On this side I've got my tomatoes and onions stir frying, and on the other side I've got my veggies with some garlic and ginger to give it some zing and some taste. I'm a spicy girl, of course. As I continue to prepare this special meal for you, let's catch Crispy and myself on The Critics talk about movies. Now we're on to something quite interesting, movies.
Yes, movies, the movies industry.
And it's The Critics.
This time around we're talking about movies, so we'll give you the do's and the don'ts in the movies industry. And
my first do would be, we love your movies and of course we enjoy them. I know a lot of elements and factors come into distribution and marketing, but if you could do a little bit more in terms of marketing your movies so that we can appreciate them more, because it's hard to comment, appreciate and criticize without necessarily seeing the work. The question I have for all those who appreciate a lot of actors is, how do you get to appreciate work you don't see? So you can do probably private screenings, paid for, private screenings paid for, corporate screenings, just in order to boost your outreach. I would recommend some of those.
okay, my first do for me would be to the directors especially. You have to read a lot, travel. In order to build your imagination, you have to read a lot, you have to go places, you have to be vigilant, you have to be very smart, because there's actually good stories around you that you can use and change into a script or into a movie.
My second do would be for the actors. Yes, of course, we want to see your daily lives. Yes, we want to see you very interactive on social media, but we want to see your work a little bit more as well. Promote your work. Sometimes we have comments like, people don't push us, people don't comment on our words, people don't comment on their words, but you have to put that more. For example, when you have award ceremonies and movie premieres, most of what the actors put out is their outfits, their presence, and their award themselves. They don't even describe it in detail. So yes, talk about the scripts you're working on, just a teaser, as much as you cannot disclose everything. Talk about the team you'll be working on, technical side, or maybe the other actors on set. And yeah, talk about probably your styling, your character on set, and give hints. That gets us much more excited about seeing your work at the end of the day. Yes, exactly, how it's done in the box office.
My second do will be for, to the actors especially, you have to learn to stay in character throughout the movie. For example, if you're given a role to play, you have to make sure you stay in character from the beginning of the movie to the end. Don't try to switch it, don't try to add some new maybe accent or style or fashion. Just stay in character, keep it fresh, keep it cool. It's
okay to polish up your English, but there's a difference between polishing up your English and having a fake accent. We would love to see polished pronunciations. Perfect, that's great. My key point on this one would also be, I'd love to see more directors and scriptwriters get out of, producers as well, get out of the conventional romantic stories and do more stories that are relatable with our social environments, that have an impact on our society as well. There's a lot of domestic violence going on, there's a lot of stereotypes we can work on, there are a lot of diseases and health conscious situations that we could be addressing in our movies and make it even more exciting. So yes, and make it a bit more glamorous. I need to see some glam in your movies. My first key don't is, do not limit your audience to just those in the industry. Reach out to the world.
To the actors and the directors, don't copy another director, his style, maybe his movie or whatever. To the actors, don't copy a particular actor. If you see, maybe you're inspired by maybe Ramsey Noah, it doesn't mean you have to act like he does. You have to find your own way, your own style, maybe of walking and talking. Keep it real. I always say keep it real. See you on the next edition of The Critics. I'm Crispy and
Misty.